Welcome YouTube. Welcome Facebook. This is Wings for Life. This is Wings Week in Review. Scratch that. We're live. I can't edit it. Listen, my name is Sean. I'm a returning citizen, and I also work here at Wings for Life. The last couple weeks, I've had COVID. A few other people did. We are back running everything. Everybody's healthy again. So we got a great show for you today. I got Ernesto Ortiz. He served time in Florence, Colorado. I had a couple prisons out there across the street from where I did my time. In the meantime, we got Raymond BOMBO from Liberia coming on here. I just talked to him from Africa. He also has been in a prison in Africa. He runs our Wings for Life international office over there in Liberia. He's got his segment to do, and our founder is Ann Edenfield Sweet, and my pleasure to introduce her. She's going to update you on the last couple of weeks what we've been doing around here.
Okay. Well, as Sean said, yes, Sean was out with COVID, and we had several other people out. I don't know if it all came through Sean or where it came from. But anyway, thank heaven, everybody is healthy. Somehow I've avoided it so far.
Hi, Raymond. Sorry, Raymond just showed up.
There?
Yeah,
Hi, Raymond. Okay, that's our Liberian director there. Glad he's with us today. And so...
Hi, Sean.
And I'm executive director. And so let me tell you what we have going on this week. We are in for a treat. We are going to have Zoom. We are going to have live Facebook. It's going to go on YouTube. But guess what? We are going to finally, in 2.5 years, be in person. So if you could join us in person, you probably, if you're listening to this show, will not be. But we will now be doing Zoom and live Facebook at 6:30 at night instead of 6 o'clock. Because what we do is we set tables at 5 and then we set up the food. And Sean's actually going to be running our kitchen. He's a professional chef too. So he's going to be doing all of our wonderful food. And we'll have volunteers helping him make salads and get everything ready. And Panera Bread, we've got Panera Bread again, 2.5 years. We haven't had Panera Bread, but guess what? We're going to have Panera Bread and their wonderful desserts again at Wings for Life. And so we set up the kitchen, we set up donations, and this week, boy, are we in for a treat. We've got 30 youth coming from Sarasota, Florida. They're coming to New Mexico to do a mission trip in New Mexico. Yes, we have a lot of problems here, but I'm glad they're going to get to see the land of enchantment too. And so they're going to come to Wings and they're going to find all about Wings. So they will be here. So we will have a whole youth group of kids and their leaders from Sarasota, Florida. And yes, I wanted to get the official name because I had the name wrong. We are going to have the Semillas, the Chilean dance cast and musicians.
That means from the country of Chile.
From Chile. And listen to this, it takes 2 hours to put their makeup and their costumes on. And they are going to dance and sing for us probably around 5:30. So maybe we'll have a way to figure out getting our cameras set up. I think they're going to have to go outside because we're expecting 100 people for dinner. And I don't think there'll be room to have all these dancers and musicians dancing inside. So we might have to be outside. I don't know how we're going to do this yet, but we're going to do it. So we want you to see them. My gosh, they're coming to America and they happen to come to Albuquerque and we got blessed to have them come. So we are going to be doing that. Let's see. Then we do have some programs that are upcoming. The next week I'm going to be doing ethics, what is right and what is wrong, because it's kind of hard to figure out. Some things aren't black and some things aren't white.
There are so many people that have no ethics.
And they don't even know what ethics are.
Right.
So this is going to be fun. And this is where we're going to interact with our Zoom audience. So you can join us by Zoom for that. If you are not on our email list and you want to be, contact me. Is it on the screen, Sean?
It's on the screen.
Can you put it on there, my email?
The number and the website's on there?
No, I don't need that. I need an email.
I will add that.
Yeah, because then if you send me an email, I will add you to the email list, and then you'll know about our programs every week. Because we know that we've got people from all 50 states, many foreign countries. Raymond even joins us sometimes, even with the crazy hour changes. He's joining us very late at night. That would be 12:30 his time, midnight. But everybody is welcome to join us. Or of course, you could see it later too. But if you email me at Ann, my name, Ann, put a capital A on that and a capital E on it. Ann Edenfield, so ANNEDEN, like a Garden of Eden, but a field, at Wings, and then FLI.org. And the FLI stands for ForLifeInternational.org. So we can put you on our email list. We would love to add you, because that way you'd know about all these wonderful programs, and then you could share it wherever you are. And everything goes on our YouTube site. And what we're finding out is that some people are starting other programs in other parts of the country by utilizing our programming. And fabulous news, this is not official yet, because we don't have the actual paperwork, but we know we're going to have funding to start 8 programs around the state of New Mexico. So they will either use and join us on our Monday night meetings live. They will use our tape programs, or if you're inviting the police chief to come in, they're probably going to invite their own local police chief, their own local judge, people like that, maybe their own local superintendent or principal of a school. But we have all those tape talks too. So there are going to be all kinds of ways that people can start doing wings all over this world very easily and totally free, because our goal is always, our mission is transforming lives to break that generational cycle of incarceration. And my first husband was in prison. No one was there to help me or my 4 boys. And that's why I started this. And we're in our 27th year. So we care. Nobody that I've met around the world wants their kids to go to prison. You guys don't want anybody going to prison, do you? Nope. It is not fun. And why go to prison? Because even if you had a lot, which I'm sure, Ernesto, at one point in your life, you had a lot of money and things, right? Did you lose it all? Yep. Yeah. So yeah. So basically,
came quick. It went quick.
It went faster than it came.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't even hit you up for $5 now.
He didn't even have his bike to ride. He had to get his bike fixed. So crime that really doesn't pay. It ultimately doesn't pay. And people always tell us there are couples outcomes that come out of corrections, or come out of crime: incarceration or death, or turning your life around. And you're going to hear all about this from Ernesto and how he has been a speaker for us, because even gang membership, it's not going to help somebody. The long and short of it is, finally, when all is said and done, you've got to take care of yourself. And the gang isn't going to help you, and sometimes family doesn't help you either. Or you've got to find that your right friends that really, truly care about you. And sometimes that's harder to find than you know. And Kevin, I found out I had friends, and you did too. And you're finding new friends, right?
Very much
Yeah.
so.
So anyway, that's what's going on with Wings this week. We've got an excellent speaker here. I want Ernesto to have plenty of time. And of course, we've got Raymond here.
And he's got his Wings for Life shirt on.
Hey, there you go, Raymond.
He's
And I'll
wearing that
stay
in
here
Africa.
in case I can put in a plug for you. But Raymond, you
Yes.
talk, and because I certainly know what's going on over there.
Yeah. Let me give you I'm proud to get to know this gentleman, Raymond BOMBO. So he is in Liberia, Africa. He can tell you all about the prisons in Africa, but he's actually saving and changing lives in Africa. People coming out of those prisons. Raymond, it's your show.
Yeah,
Take it
well,
away.
thank you. Yeah, thanks to everyone, and thank you and the rest of the team there. We are having a wonderful time here. Actually, this week has not been a very peaceful week for our country, most especially those of us that are in Monrovia, because of the terrifying shooting that took place on 2 different occasions, that led to a death of 2 persons. Uh, and unfortunately, it was done by a police officer. So that being a very scary situation on the ground, and we are being terrified because of that. Even though they are claiming that the shooting took place by mistake, but on our law, mistake is not allowed. Yeah, once you kill someone, you have to bear the consequences surrounding it. So yes, well, as for our Wings program, right now we are not as active as we used to be, with the visitation of the prison and carrying on all of those things, because our focus right now is to see how we can erect the current office, remodel it to a better status. We just released a place for 30 years. So we have to
You got a
find
30-year lease. That's good.
funding. Yeah, yeah. We are in search of funding to make sure we remodel that place. Uh, we got a very strong board right now that is helping, get in touch with whoever they can to see how we can get some funding in to get that place remodeled. And has played
I
her
saw a
part.
picture of that place. It does need a lot of work, but I saw your plans. It's going to be great when you guys finish it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Currently, what we're trying to do first is to work on the fencing. I wrote a communication to one of our neighbors that happens to be one of the biggest organization in Liberia. They are the EAWA. So I just wrote them a letter to see whether they can give us a permission to attach our fence to their property. And I think that conversation is going back and forth. We finally discussed that we should meet on Tuesday to have the final negotiation before we can start up with the work plan. But I think we are doing incredibly well. Right now, we are just focusing on how we can get that place up to date so we can start our normal or usual things that we used to do. Yeah.
Sounds good, Raymond. Sounds good. You're making progress.
Yeah, he has a goal of about rounding up $11,000 to refurbish this building, to put a new roof on, to build walls around the outside, and to add on to a little structure in the back, because they are going to do job training there.
That's right, job training.
And it'll be furniture making and repair and novelty items out of wood.
Sounds like a Wings Works.
It is Wings Works over in Liberia. And so they have a new board and some new board members, and they've had pledges from two of them for $2,000 out of the close to it. So let's just say they still need another $9,000. And then they've had about $1,000 donated in kind supplies like blocks and cement and things like that. So they're down to about $8,000. So if anybody's listening, every $5, $10, $50 going to Liberia and that's one of the poorest countries in the world, actually. And the prison system is just, it is not one of the best. I won't be critical, but it's certainly, it's one of the most difficult prison systems that I've seen. And I've seen some difficult prisons. And if we can help those folks and help them before they ever, because about 75% of the people in a Liberian prison haven't been sentenced yet. They're just being held there. And so most of the crime is
pre-trial.
Yeah, talk about a pre-trial is right. And they're going blind there because it's so dark in there before they even get sentenced. So anything we can do to help Raymond, and most of the reasons for going to prison there is for stealing. And because they're so poor.
But they're stealing because they're hungry.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
And that's a big difference in why they steal this country.
A big difference of stealing out of greed. And so if we can help Raymond to get this up and running so he can start training people so they can start learning how to make money and it'll start generating and flowing out, it will truly make a difference in crime and in the lives of all the people that he can touch.
We've got a viewer with a great question, doing time with Big Weeby. He's got a channel, guys. He's done time in prison, turned his life around. Check out his channel, Doing Time with Big Weeby. But here's this question. Where can one donate? And we get that brand new.
We've got right on our wings. Let me get you the exact. It's on our wings website in the Liberian section. But let me give you the exact link.
Now we have an easy way to donate.
Yeah,
you could
go to
$5,
$10,
just click the button.
But it would be very simple. Let me go get that. And thank you for considering making a donation to Raymond, because truly every dollar is going to add up. That's what I told him. And he's getting that local support from 10 blocks, 50 blocks, 6 bags of concrete. All that stuff adds up. And that's what he needs. And he needs to get that building up and running.
Right.
So, let me get that link.
While she's going to get that, I want to tell you, me and Raymond are going to do a show this weekend, guys. and you can hear Raymond's whole story. We haven't picked the time yet, so if you go ahead and subscribe to the Wings for Life YouTube channel right now, and click the bell, hit all notifications. Once you subscribe, there's a little bell. Hit all notifications, and you'll get notified when we're going to do our show. And I've also just got word, my Ann here, I got a super prison chat show coming up Sunday at 1 o'clock. 10 prison channels all on one show. And Ann has just told me she's going to let me run in on the Wings channel as well. Big Weavy, doing time with Big Weavy. He's in the room here now. He'll be on the channel. I'll give you a rundown of the quick channels, and then we're going to get to Ernesto. So we got Matthew Cox. He was America's Most Wanted. We got RDAP Dan, Harvey Talks Prison, Prison Talk with Angie, Doing Time with Big Weavy, Vegas Prison Stories, Gengish Oyster Sauce. I know there's 2 more channels I'm missing here, but there's 10 prison channels all in one. Check out the Federal Prison Talk, and now it'll be on the Wings for Life, and I'll be right back. In the meantime, Raymond, I'm gonna let you finish what you got to do, and then we're gonna get to Ernesto. Okay? So any last words, Raymond?
Yeah. So like Ann was saying, basically most time people that commit crime here is just because of what they can get to eat. Our educational status here with people is very low. People are not going to school most time due to funding. So bulk of the people you find into crime is based on theft. They commit the act because they want to find food to eat. And when I had that opportunity to go to jail, I saw the experience with. I talked to people. I did cross examination with those of the guys who were sharing the same room, and even our facility as a whole. Because at times we come out and we have some time, we ask questions and things like that. And sadly, majority of the guys I spoke with were all there for theft. And if you ask them how long you've been here, they tell you they have spent 2-3 months. But unfortunately, without trial, some can even go for years without trial. So
years without trial.
Yeah.
For just stealing food for their family.
I'm telling you. And sadly, if you even go to the prison, and ask the facility, or even go to the court and ask them, they tell you we do not have enough of magistrate, or judges to make a prompt intervention into the case. And that's how sad it is. Anne was here. She had that experience. She saw it with the few prisons we visited. She saw the overcrowdedness. Rooms that were meant for 2 or 3 persons, they were carrying up to 15 people. Some rooms up to 20 people.
Wow.
And that's how sad it is. So the guys that are in prison have to sleep by shift. You have to wait. Your friend sleep, and then his time is over. You're waking up, and you go to bed. The food is not adequate. For the entire prison. Someday they go out food. That's how sad it is. Let's see.
It's that bad.
So what we are trying to do right now is to see how we can cut that out. What can we do is to mentor them, is to give them some skills training that will empower them, that will create some employment opportunity for them, instead of us waiting for them to go to jail before we can go there. So we are putting in front of that. That's why this facility is short. We want to build that facility whereas we can train men and women that are coming from jail, and not just men and women that are coming from jail, but also people that are vulnerable, people that are within the community, to see how we can help them, get some skills,
Sure.
that will make them, financially equipped or reliable in terms of.
Okay. Well, Raymond, we just got the link put on here and in the chat room where they can go directly and donate money to help you. And if that doesn't all work for you guys, just Google Wings for Life International and click our website is the easiest way, so you don't have to write nothing down. You may not have a pen in front of you right now, or you're driving, or whatever the deal is. Wings for Life International, Google it, click our website, hit the Liberia section. It's just that easy, and then you just click a button to donate. So, Raymond, thank you very much. Me and you will talk this weekend. We're gonna do our little show. Our guest has been waiting patiently or impatiently. He's done a lot of time, so I don't want to have him do any more time waiting. And I'm gonna give you Ernesto. Ernesto, introduce yourself, and here we go.
All right, my name's Ernesto.
Welcome, brother.
California. Hey, how's it going? I don't think my time is as rough as your guys' time there. You know, I done some time in federal prison out in USP Victorville, FCI Florence, and a lot of state time in California. But
They go crazy over a bag of bologna sandwich. You know how we get the bologna sandwich? You don't like it?
Yeah.
That's a gourmet meal in Africa.
God damn.
In prison there.
Yeah, we try to throw that away. But yeah, I got about 20 years plus, you know, incarcerated total. I recently did a violation. I relapsed, and
I wasn't going to bring that up.
yeah, but
it takes a strong.
but you know,
it takes strength to admit that, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I started volunteering here at Wings prior to that, and I found a home here. You know, some good people, and I told my testimony once before on pretty much gangs and recidivism. You know, I really believe, like,
You know what we're all about? Second chances.
exactly.
So,
you know what I mean?
Hey,
That's right.
you know,
buddy.
and if you mess up, we'll still
Yeah.
take you back. Third chances, fourth chances.
Yeah,
That's how it is with us. Sometimes we need two chances. That's not enough.
yeah. If it wasn't for Ann and everybody here, Mary, Sean, everybody, you know what I mean? I don't know where, you know, when we get locked up, all of our stuff just goes everywhere, you know? And I called up Ann, and she immediately went and picked up all my stuff. And I'm talking my personal items and this and that, like clothes, because I would have got out with nothing again.
I remember that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I just feel truly blessed too. They just opened their arms to me and again opened their arms to me again. You know what I mean? Again, they gave me a second chance, and this is my final chance. Really,
No,
you know what
man,
I mean?
no, this is the world. This is life.
It is. We stumble, we fall, we get up. But you know what I mean? It's about how you dust yourself off. I really truly believe that. But
if you want to change, and I know you want to change, we're here for you, man.
and of course,
It's all about wanting to change.
Of course, it really is. And I mean, we last December, I kind of usually don't get out of my comfort zone. You know, I stay. I'm kind of institutionalized in certain things where I stay in a comfort zone. And Ann invited me to go to this presentation where we ended up at a senator's house having dinner, which I never would have.
There's something you might have done time with. I don't mean to interrupt. The CDOG and Cooper Show podcast. I was at Medium Florence FCI.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
And he was also in the riot in 1998. Were you there?
No, I wasn't. I barely hit Florence in 20. I think into 20. I was there in O&N. I barely hit that yard, and I was there during COVID. Barely hit quarantine, got out, hit a unit. We were on modified lockdown, and then I ended up back in quarantine before I got released. You know, it was a turnaround trip. I did most of my time. I did like 71 months in USP Victorville.
Victorville, I'm familiar with them, California, but I did 3 years in Florence too.
Yeah,
Victorville, that's nothing. That's nothing nice. That would.
That.
What was your first week like in there? How did they? And being not from California, they probably didn't welcome you.
Well, I am from Cali.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah, I grew up in Southern California.
Well, we're in
from
New
Pomona.
Mexico now. I didn't know.
Yeah. But no, when I hit Victorville, it was the day I walked in. The SIS officer, he tells us right off the rip, if you're no good, if you, this is a very highly political yard, this ain't the yard for you, because you will get chopped up.
Yeah, political, that's the word for Victorville.
Yeah, you know, you will get chopped up, and that's coming from one of the SIS
Better
officers.
represent. That's how
Yeah.
they talk out there, right?
Yeah, pretty much, because it's very political, and when I mean political, like I'm not talking like our normal politics. I'm talking like prison politics, you
Yeah.
know. But
Maybe explain to somebody, because we got a lot of family members on Wings for Life learning about prison and stuff. Can you explain some of that to them? How
Well,
all that works?
well, when you get locked up, you pretty much it goes by race or by whatever gang you're clicked up with. If you're a white guy, you're gonna go with the white boys, either Woods, Aryans, or you know what I mean, whatever.
What happens
Case.
to somebody that refuses to and they want to be on their own and just left alone to do their time?
Well, they got those dudes that you know what I mean. They go Christian. You know, there's a couple of dudes that they do their own thing. You know, and the blacks they call it doing man time. You know, and I just found that out just not too long ago. A good buddy of mine, he's an OG Crip, and he tells me, yeah, that's what we call it. They call it it's doing man time. But yeah.
That's okay.
You know, so you know what I mean. Hey, that's one way you can't go. But
This guy was in Victorville too.
oh,
I don't know who the CDOG and Cooper show. I have to check out your channel.
okay.
This guy's been following you around, man. It was USP Hazleton,
Okay.
Terminal Island. I know about Terminal Island.
Yeah. That
Man, he's been on diesel therapy. This guy's taking the tour, huh? Wow.
All right. What's up, big dog?
We'll have
Man.
to check out your channel, man.
Yeah, man. So hey, obviously you know how it was there. You know, it was pretty crazy. I was there from 04 to 11.
Got a message for you, Ernesto, from Doing Time with Big Weeby. Says, Ernesto, bless you, brother. I messed up so many times. You got a good friend beside you there. Oh, he's talking about me. For a minute there, I was looking behind me.
Yeah.
I wasn't always, Ann is a big part of changing my life too. People who believe in me. So,
Yeah.
Now on my channel, I try to help other people believe in them. Just that little bit, man. Sometimes we need that push, that nudge. Somebody else cares about me. Well, maybe I better take a look at my life. Maybe I am worth something,
Yeah. That's all it really does take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in a sober living house right now, and brought a buddy of mine right now. He's sitting up on the sidelines, But he
You want
did
to say a
sometimes.
shout out? You can, man. We're an open show.
Yeah.
Anybody here, I've always asked, but
Yeah, it's my boy Dallas. He's over here. He's obviously from Texas. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
But anyway,
you can't come on your
but
vacation.
but we he has to do community service, and I recommend this place. You know what I mean? Because like I said, this is a family here.
It is a family
It
here. I
is.
never felt so welcome in my life. I never thought I'd ever go to New Mexico, man. I got family here, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
I've been back and forth here for about 20 years, and
Okay.
that's what brought me out. Well, I came out here because I was on the run from California, and so
Okay.
I was like, and then I did time in California, and I caught 2 strikes, and so then I
3
was
strikes
like,
is no.
so then I was like,
ain't
I'm
nothing to
booked.
play
Yeah.
with in California.
Yeah, so that's what I booked out of California, and I came out here and ended up catching federal cases.
You get pulled over, you got to rotate your car, and you got 2 strikes. Bye.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Well,
That's how California is.
Well, not anymore. They
It's
changed.
starting
that.
to change.
Yeah, it's starting
With the
to.
what era I grew up in.
Well, yeah, like in the 90s. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was like that.
Quarter-gram of cocaine, I did, 8 months in jail,
Yeah.
Here
but,
they just laugh at you,
but now out there, if you're doing anything under 4 years, you're doing it in the county.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
It's not like, yeah.
Yeah,
it's true.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But but yeah, we're hopefully, we started this. Well, a bunch of us, you guys, that started this power team. We were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
You
Tell
know,
these guys about that, yeah.
So we were talking about doing this power team for returning citizens, basically like a support group, help us pretty much support
Shout
each
out-
other.
Shout out for him.
Oh, it's a big the homie said the homie
Shout out Dallas the homie.
yeah. But we I've been talking with Dan about, we get into the youth center out here because out here it's really bad on blues right now. You know, everybody.
I've been hearing tell these guys with blues that is that a OxyContin kind of form
It's
of it?
fentanyl.
Oh, fentanyl.
It's fentanyl, and it's crazy out here. People are dying. I think I've had about at least 10 people that I've known die off of that drug. You know, and these kids are getting on it. These young girls, it's wild. We'd be at the bus stop, and these people will be smoking this dope right at the bus stop. You know, like literally out front of the federal halfway house.
Wow.
Like it ain't no thing, you know.
You know, so I don't live in the best neighborhood over International Zone. So I'm out on my balcony. I'm looking down, and there's this guy with 2 kids in the back of his truck, right? Like 8-year-old kids. And I can't really see his face, but I see the foil and the lighter.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 little 8-year-old kids in the back seat, right?
Oh yeah, they don't
He's
care.
like the father that comes to pick up his kids at the weekends. One of my neighbors. I didn't do nothing. I didn't say nothing, but I'm just, I didn't. What do you do? I'm not gonna go down there and knock on the window and tell the guy off. He's big, you know. I mean, it ain't my place or nothing. But man, that's what's going on here in this town. It just breaks my heart to see that, man.
Yeah,
you know, these little kids are gonna, what, Daddy? What can I try or something, or what is that? You know,
and dying. It's just one hit, you know, one pill, and they're dead. You know.
Yeah.
I think this. I did 90 days. I just, you know, what I mean, I just told you. And in that 90 days, like 3 of my friends died dead. You know what I mean?
From these blues,
yeah, overdosed or something.
Fentanyl ain't nothing. I mean, the feds are taking away all your First Step Back credits. I talked to guys that are locked up right now from my channel. They email me.
Mm-hmm.
They've taken all the First Step credits away for anybody that has fentanyl charges, and they're trying to take all your good time away now too. They're pissed off about fentanyl right now. The feds.
Really?
You know how the feds are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if you get a dirty UA in there,
probably a politician's son came home hooked on fentanyl, so now the whole world's going to get punished for it. You know how they are.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
no
crazy.
No more credits for fentanyl. It's almost like might as well rob the bank. Or
so because it's fentanyl, and they're not going to be getting any of the First Step,
program credits, nothing.
They can't get programmed because
I just talked to a girl. She's in Alderson, and she had 8 months of First Step Back credits coming home now. She's all taken away from me because I have fentanyl charges. They just something new, last month, and her case manager called her in the office and said, "Yeah." Wow. And they kicked her out of RDAP too. RDAP won't.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
RDAP won't even take her now either. So RDAP's not accepting fentanyl charges, and that's a drug program.
Yeah, that's a drug program.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Think, so.
That's
fentanyl, not nice, guys. Stay away from it, man.
Yeah. What you know, I grew up gang banging in the 90s, and yeah, I'm an old dude. But anyways, I just recently enrolled in school, man, because you know what I mean. We all know. I mean, I'm pretty sure each and every one of us has done time. All we do is read, right? You know what I mean?
Lots
read
books I never thought I read.
Yeah.
I read a lot of books.
Of course,
yeah.
You know what I mean. That's one thing that they can't.
We got books.
Yeah, they can't take away from us in there. They can take everything away. They can put us in solitary confinement. They can do this, but when I'm in a book, my mind's out of the prison at the time. You know,
one thing they can't steal
is
what you're thinking.
Knowledge. Yeah,
although they try.
Yeah, they do. You know what I mean? I did 1.5 years in the shoe, and I don't know. I think I came out a different person. But
see, when I tell them what shoe is, that's not the shoe you wear on your feet. SHU.
It's solitary confinement. It's basically lockdown.
Solitary housing unit. Is that what SHU stands for?
Yeah, it's 23 and 1, so 23 hours lockdown, 1 hour out, and then weekends 24 hours a day.
So you kids out there, when you get sent to your room, that's not solitary confinement.
No, nothing at all. You eat, shit, sleep, and everything. Excuse my language, but everything in one room. But you know what I mean? One day I was talking to my daughter on the phone, and she was asking me what does my room look like, and I kind of explained to her. I was like, yeah, there's bunk beds, there's a toilet, this and that, and so she was like, Daddy, you live in your bathroom.
Basically, it is a bathroom. Pretty much.
Yeah, you know,
imagine your bathtub's the size of what you're gonna sleep on.
Yeah.
You live in a bathroom.
Yeah. I was like,
you live in a bathroom.
You just generalized that pretty well. I was like, thank you.
Let me catch up on some comments here. So where we at? We got the shout out to Dallas over here. Sean Whalen, that's the guy in Ireland. He says, "What's up, Sean? How is my Galway mate doing? Just thought I'd show my support and have listen." Thank you, Sean. Thank you from Ireland. Doing time with Big Weavy. He says, "Fake rocks." He's talking about those blues, right?
Yeah.
And then he's talking to Sean and Big Weavy. What's happening? So they're talking. I won't read the ones where you guys are talking to each other
Ramen burrito.
because it is a chat room. Ramen burrito, yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Here.
My boy Dallas right here. He's still stuck on spreads.
I say the ramen burrito. And I'm in Tijuana, BC deported.
Oh
What's the
bad.
BC stand for?
I don't know.
Tijuana, British Columbia?
No. Tijuana, that's Mexico.
Yeah, but I'm in Tijuana, BC, because he was deported.
Oh,
I think. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know, speaking of Tijuana, I got a guy at 8 o'clock tonight. I'm doing a show on my channel. His name is Frank Sosa. He lives in Tijuana, but he's on pretrial in the feds, and they gave him a bond, and then he gets to live in Tijuana. And he's got to come to court in San Diego, and he's just about to get sentenced. He's looking at up to 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to tell his story. That's tonight at 8 o'clock Mountain Time, guys. Check that out.
We got a lot of homies. They all get deported. You know, I was in the feds, and man, that's crazy. They sending people reentry 10 years. You know, reentry 5 years, just because they come over. You know, I mean, of course, maybe it's a couple, maybe a few more, but yeah, I've been in there. A lot of my homies they got deported back to Mexico and this and that. Right. And we just, you know, we all, you know, if all of us, you know, you guys are all been prison or whatever, not, you know, all we do is talk crap all day long, you know.
Well, we got different types of audiences. The guys from my channel, they're all waiting to go to prison on pretrial.
Wow.
That's the feds for you. Or out of prison, but we got the Wings for Life people here. And you've met a lot of these. We have families and stuff that donate to Wings for Life, bring us bikes, want to help out, volunteer.
Yeah.
This lady here, these people back here. We have volunteers right here in the office now, guys. So we have a whole different worlds of all coming together right here in the office today.
Yeah.
We've got a lady over here, Mary, who donates every day of her life for the last, 12 years? No salary, nothing, just because she cares about people.
Nice.
So we've got all walks of life here.
That's
You've
what
done the penitentiary. I did the minimum security. You know, I mean, people have never been to prison, never going to go to prison, but teacher back here, right? I mean,
nice.
Changing lives, transforming. So this is a great place to be, man.
It really is. It really is.
So I just say when you're talking to the audience, you're getting everybody. So, So there's some curious people. That's why I keep explain stuff to them.
Okay.
They don't. Some of these people don't know, but
when we go to prison, it's very segregated. It's very, very, you know what I mean? And it's not the COs, it's not the system that segregates us, it's us individuals, you know. We go with our own race, we go with our own people. And I mean we're all the same people basically, but when I say our own people, I mean I'm talking like I'm a Southsider. You know what I mean? I was a Southsider, right? So I go with the Southsiders, you know. Other people go with their state, you know, or their race, and that's how it breaks down. I had a black friend of mine. It was crazy. Him and I were good buddies, and I don't know. It's probably gonna get a little raw, but though. So we're out doing dirt, and we knew if we got busted and we went to LA County, he's gonna have to go with the blacks, and I'm gonna have to go with the Mexicans. And if something kicked off, you know, we always made a pact. We're like, hey, just, you know, if something kicks off, just don't stab me in somewhere vital, you know.
Right.
You know,
funny
because I mean,
friends on the outside, but you're not allowed.
Yeah. Because you know what I mean. They got certain tables they eat at. We have certain tables. They got certain phones they use. We have certain phones we use. You know, and it's totally like
and
that.
the TV rooms and all
Yeah.
that. I remember we only had 14 chairs in the white TV room, and there was a 2-year waiting list to get in, just to get on the waiting list.
Yeah.
So I had to watch my TV through the window with my earbuds.
Oh yeah. We had our own TVs and tables and stuff, you know, in the feds. And I mean, like I again, I ran with, you know, Southern California, and we're pretty much a really big group, you know. Yeah. And then things were always kicking off, you know, and we were always active. There was something going on, you know. When I mean active, I mean like you never know. I mean, who's gonna get stabbed that week or this and that. Me and Sean were just talking the other just right before this thing went live, and you become desensitized. Basically, I know I have. Like, I see things like, I guess normal people would like freak out and maybe stop and gasp or just be in shock, like a deer in the headlights, where I can see somebody getting stabbed and I'll just walk right over them and just continue doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm talking desensitized, you know?
No, I remember one time I had to go use the restroom and there's two guys blocking the door, and you know, and I go, I was just kind of walking towards the bathroom, and they stopped me. And, you can't come in there right now. Oh, no problem. You know, I didn't want to know, and there's a reason why you don't want to know.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and I just kept walking, and then I heard the screaming and noises and stuff like that. I knew it was going on, but I don't. That's how it is. You just go find another bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, man.
I literally, I remember those 3, 4, 5 stabbings in the summer, Victorville. You know, they called it Victimville for a reason. but we, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. My family kind of trips out on it because, like, I got out of prison and I lived up in Alaska, and I'm used to people, especially out here or California, always hit you up for change or this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm always on the defensive. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want? You know what I mean? I ain't got no change. Anyways, I was up there in Alaska, and generally there's some really good people. They're just like asking me how my day was or this and that, and I kind of jumped down their throat. My sister was like, "What's wrong with you, Ernesto?" but then again, on another note, I mean, just yesterday, I was at Walmart. I just finished doing my shopping, and I was there for running around for one of the ladies here, Marty. And
he just Ernesto just helped her move out of her house, move furniture, all that stuff, out of the kindness of his heart, right?
Yeah.
Just because he's that kind of guy you are now, man.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, they've done for me so much. I mean, you gotta give back or give, you know, I mean, pay.
That's like they call a living amends, man. We make up for the thing. So maybe I can't, you know, pay back the liquor store I robbed or whatever, but I can help a lady move out of her house instead and, you know, change my ways.
But I was at Walmart, and literally I was getting ready to leave, and some dude asked me. He didn't even ask me for money. He didn't ask me for nothing. He just asked me, "Hey man, can you help me get something to eat?"
Oh,
and I was like,
at first
I thought about it. I was like, nah, and I walked away, and I thought about it, and I'm like, look, man. I was like, what do you want? And I went back in there and I bought him food for him and his chick.
Right on, man.
But you know what I mean? Sometimes you, I don't know. I have to catch myself because my first reaction is like, hey, get away from me. You know what I mean? I put up a wall, but.
I never forget in San Francisco, a guy hanging out in front of Burger King, and you know, he's hungry, wants some food. I said, well, what do you want? I'll get you a burger. I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. You know. Yeah. And you're panhandling in front of Burger King for one. I go, hello, McFly, but you know, I need to.
Me and my buddy I have a Harley now. You know what I mean? And so I ride a lot. Anyways, me and my buddy were on our Harleys, and we're going through the drive-through at McDonald's, and basically this guy was holding the sign. Him and the girl was out there. They're like, we're hungry, and we barely bought 4 chicken sandwiches, and we're like, looked at each other. We're like, oh yeah, I just gave it to him. And he was like, well, what are you gonna do now? I was like, I guess we're going back to the drive-through. but they appreciated it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all about doing good things. You know what I mean? It is about paying back. You know, or paying forward, whatever you want to call it. You know. I sit and I BS with a lot of guys from my house and a lot of, you know what I mean, everybody.
I did 4 years of sober living on pretrial and 2 years when I got out. So I know 6 years of different sober life. And there's good ones and there's bad ones, and sometimes they're family, and sometimes there's just childish drama. I get it, man.
We have an awesome house where we're at Hoffman Hall. You know what I mean? It's an awesome house. We blew off $800 worth of fireworks just on 4th of July. Nice. Literally, like we mortars, you know. It was unreal, you know. It was my first 4th of July in 4 years. And,
That you remember?
no.
Oh, you meant from the yeah.
Being incarcerated.
Incarcerated,
Every
yeah.
time I got out and I went violated in 4th of July again, and this is my first one
out. Yeah.
out in 4 years, and
Wow,
it was
that's a big
wonderful.
deal.
It was wonderful.
Holidays meant something to me in prison because I would say when I'm out of here, I'm gonna enjoy I'm gonna cherish every holiday. I'm not taking nothing for granted when I get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they never meant nothing before till I got to prison, and all of a sudden, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Even-
now I care about Christmas. You know?
What's crazy is like when you're in prison, it's like a city. It's a little city in there, you know.
Yeah,
like everything
yeah,
is. You know what I mean? We have our own currency.
Sure.
Everything. You know what I mean? We deal in stamps or soups.
No, we wrote our own constitution.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? There's prison rules and everything else. You know, it's politics. Like I said, you know, if
I'm gonna catch up on the comments, guys, in just a minute. I know there's
if your kids, if there's some youngsters out there and you're thinking about, you know, you want to get gangbanged, you think you're tough, you think you're this and that, you have to remember there's always somebody bigger and badder than you. You know, there's always somebody that's and with us, there's always a hierarchy. You're gonna learn. You're gonna answer to somebody, and you're gonna listen. You know, you think you're not. Hey, don't go against the grain because it will run right over you. You know.
That's right. See, that's yeah.
You know.
Thank you
It
for
will.
speaking to those guys, those
Yeah,
kids out there.
Yeah, it will run right over you. You know what I mean? You think you're badass or you can do what you want to do. It ain't gonna happen like that in prison.
Single mothers, make your kids watch this part of the episode, okay?
Yeah, you know, because when you get in there, you are gonna listen to somebody. If it ain't the COs, you're gonna listen to whoever's running your pod or whoever's running that yard. Guarantee that. But yeah,
You don't want to work out that day, guess what?
yeah, believe that. There's mandatory workout. You think this is like going to the military? You know what I mean? It basically is because everybody has to be suited and booted and ready. You never know what's gonna kick off. So there is a mandatory workout also. But you know, it is what it is. Hopefully, you guys don't have to walk that we did. Hopefully, you can find something different. Get some education, man. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to school. You know.
There's always classes at night and programs and stuff in prison you could take, but why wait till there? Do it now. Colleges are relatively free pretty much now. I mean,
Man, they're letting you. They're paying for everything.
There's no reason why you can't get an education now. Instead of whatever you're doing now, that's not.
Or get yourself a trade. My boy Dallas right here is a plumber. You know what I mean? And hey, he just make big mad money. You know, and he's only in his 20s.
Sure.
But yeah.
Wow.
So,
Great.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Nice,
Nice. So you know what I mean? It's either a trade, get your education.
Plumbers make like $80 an hour. Something like that.
Masters, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you'll get there.
I'm getting there. I'm a journeyman now, so I'm
There you
making
go,
real decent.
That's good shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bro,
$80 an hour. I mean, you can't make that on the street. You think
No,
you can?
that's-
You
that-
think
that's-
you can?
That's lawyer money.
No college.
yeah. That's lawyer money.
Let's catch up on the comments, okay? So the last one was Tijuana. Here's one. Jay Messina, but something. How PC work? Do we even want to go there?
Yeah. I don't know, my boy.
I don't know if
I don't know. I was always
why
doing
do you
that
want to
probably.
know? I mean, that's a big one there. Why do you want to know? But
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
pass on this one.
I don't know. Yeah.
We're gonna pass on that right now. Maybe on my show we could talk about it, but you're not gonna like the answer. I'm gonna tell you that. Okay. Oh, Baja, California. I was asking what BC,
Yeah,
Tijuana.
Baja. Yeah,
Thank you.
That's beautiful area.
He says yes, they do that. Something you said. He also says God is great. Thank you.
Yes. I am a Christian.
And then doing time with Big Weavy. You are right, Sea Dog. Oh, he's calling him. Oh, that's Sea Dog. I'm calling it CDO. It's Sea Dog.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't even read. CDOG. That's Sea Dog. Hey, what up, Sea Dog? No. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
I can laugh now, man. You know.
That's good stuff.
All right. Let me see here. Sean, is it true that the band don't allow Irish inmates to rock a shamrock, even come from Ireland?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
the
he's
brand.
talking- yeah,
the
the-
brand.
Yeah.
That's right. Even if
Yeah.
you're born in Ireland, I mean, you got some splaining to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
all
either
right.
you're gonna get that
Yeah.
covered or something.
Cut off,
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna cut it off because
And you could say, man, I'm the IRA from Ireland, born there. They're all,
yeah,
doesn't matter. Yeah.
I was in Florence with some dude from one of the IRA. You know what I
Right,
mean? He was
right,
getting
right.
deported back to
That's
Ireland.
Irish Republican Army out there for those that don't
Yeah,
know.
he was getting deported back. He did like 20 years, and yeah, he didn't get it. He didn't have nothing like that on. But the brand is very, very. Yeah, I was in one of the Big Mark from AB was my and Snowman was my vecino, was my neighbor in Victorville, and so I got to get to talking with these dudes, and they're really cool dudes, But don't get it twisted, they are killers. They are killers.
It's true.
But yeah, they were cool. They were cool guys, and I never got into their politics. I just BS with them, drank.
My dad had ties with the American IRA over here, with shipping guns and stuff. But and I lived in Ireland a couple years. That's why he's talking. But that's a good question, man. Yeah. So you've, I've ran across a couple people born in Ireland that have done time, and yeah, they can't have that, even if they're. And you would think they have the birthright to do it, but. I don't. Big Weeby says, I think mental health issues is often overlooked with our report. With our repeat F-ups, or with our repeat F-ups and crazy ways, even if we don't know we have them.
Yeah, very true. You know what I mean? I got a psych eval. They give me every acronym you can believe, but no. I mean, it is mental health is a thing. You know what I mean? It is something. I mean, you don't realize it. I mean, some things I don't realize. I mean, I never thought I never had anxiety before. And there'd be sometimes, there are too many people, and I just like, you know what I mean? I feel,
Yeah.
My chest feels tight, this and that, and I'm like, there's too many people, too much movement, and it tripped me out. Like when I got out of doing 71 months in Victorville, and in USP, we're behind 45-foot walls, So I got out, my family picked me up, and we drove back. We stopped at a casino, and my family was like, let's get down, we'll gamble, this. And there was just too much going on, too much lights, too much movement.
Oh, yeah, wait, sure.
I was like, I gotta go. I was like, and it takes a minute to kind of acclimate back in, for us to acclimate back into our regular society, I guess, or regular, just moving with everybody.
Well, yeah. Plus, there's not a lot of technology in prison. I mean, we got our TV and maybe an
iPod.
But I mean, technology's not. You kind of thrown back in a different time period.
Yeah.
Harvey, hey, how you doing? Harvey Talks Prison. He says hello there. He did 29 years Missouri prisons. He's been on my show a bunch of times.
Nice.
He'll be on the Super Show Sunday, guys. Big Weeby says, yo, okay, there's talk. I got to see if they're talking to each other. I'm not going to. Everyone is a gangster until they meet a gangster.
True. True to that. You ain't lying, I walk with some big dudes out there in the USP, and yeah, they're cool dudes, But yeah, very true. A lot of people talk that talk.
Somebody new here, Donna Torres. Hey, Donna, thanks for joining. She says, thank goodness the females aren't like the guys. Female prisons are like, I think you're talking about female prisons.
Well, we probably wait to your podcast and get it.
Yeah. And then again, we got to keep it PG here. So, I've done a couple shows with some women who've done prison time, and they got some stories to tell.
Yeah.
Check out, just scroll through my videos. Harvey, mental issues are overlooked. Yeah. And what's this last one here? They were, and then they're talking. All right, we're caught up on the comments. Thanks again, man. Thanks again. Dallas, anything you want to add to what we're talking about here? You know?
I mean, it's just a different.
Anybody here in the room want to come over and say hello?
It's just a different world out there, man.
Okay.
In prison, yeah, it's tripped out for sure, but it's easy to adjust if you have a sense of humility to you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like he said, bro, if you're just doing your own thing and you're not following Christ or anything like that, you're gonna get stepped on,
Right.
you know, hard for sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you. If you want to sit in the chair,
Come on, man.
show yourself. If your camera's shy, I don't know.
No, man.
He's like,
He's
like, I'm single. I'm ready to mingle.
Dallas.
He's ready for starting.
So how long you been out?
I've been out since the 3rd of last month.
So you're fresh. Yeah. And how long were you in?
This time I was in for probation violation, so I just did a little 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, those violations, you'll see, guys, when you get out on probation, you're on a leash. You're not free yet.
No,
Yeah.
man. And you know, this is a weird thing too. The sober living house is kind of comfortable for me because, in a way, it's like prison. You know, we share a room with. He's my roommate. We got four guys in there, including me and him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a big respect thing. Keeping clean after yourself and all that happy stuff. You know what I
was
mean?
just in one in San Francisco, 3 guys to a room. I paid $950 though.
Oh, wow.
And you share a room with 3 guys. So
Yeah.
here it's a lot big difference.
Yeah, that's way cheaper.
So we have 12 guys in our house.
Yeah.
12 guys in our house. 3 meetings a week you have to do mandatory.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a sponsor. and
That's
all
one
that
thing
good
too,
stuff.
man. I'm actually I'm digging the AA scene actually, and never in a million years would I think I would have liked AA. It just seemed like a different thing, you know. Like I really didn't think I had a problem drinking or nothing like
There's
that.
hardly anybody that only drank left. You guys, people, AA members, they've all done drugs too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
A's kind of got the results, NA's got their rep, and I
We
do
all,
Cocaine Anonymous too.
we all
so-
got
Yeah.
together on 4th of July, like literally all of them, NACA, all of them came down, and we had this huge barbecue at our house.
Oh,
They're
nice.
50 or 60 people.
That's nice.
We were playing volleyball, busting fireworks, bought a bunch of food, and like you said, I never thought I would get into that whole scene either. And it's cool. The people are cool. Everything, you know.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
find out there's a
Very,
lot of
very
people just like-
supportive.
everybody there screwed up their life in one way or another.
Yeah.
Maybe not prison, but they're trying to be on the right path now. They're trying to change, and you
Yeah.
did a lot of damage to people out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether you've been in prison or not, you know, drugs, alcohol. If you don't think you hurt anybody, you're still in denial, man. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say, man.
Yeah.
100%, yeah, and that's what the program helps out with too. It's not only just getting clean off of drugs or alcohol. It's mostly finding who you are and what kind of character you can be to better yourself and to, for me, bring a personality to the table. You know, especially with my line of work, I got to talk to probably
Sure.
16, 17 different people a day. You know, going to the different houses and
Right.
doing these jobs and bidding jobs and stuff like
So,
that.
like, you got tattoos and all this stuff, but if I'm a middle class person at home and you come knock on my door to fix my plumbing, do you ever get any kind of people a little leery?
Mostly from some older folks.
Okay, because it's gonna happen. I'm just being honest, you know.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you got to overcome that, and your first words out of your mouth is that first impression, and all of a sudden you're a likable guy, and they go, "Oh, okay."
yeah,
If you, I mean, is
yeah, for sure. And what helps out too is I always wear a button up shirt and a cowboy hat, so it throws them off.
Oh,
with my
yeah.
tattoo. It works great. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking like he's working on the ranch when he leaves.
Yeah.
So,
Look sharp though.
I was
Yeah.
a white collar criminal. We hide it all on the inside.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's gonna work out.
Yeah, for sure.
What was that number?
Yeah.
Last 4 again.
Yeah.
Mother's made it.
Yeah. You have a cat. You have a cat, right? What is that? No, the first cat you have.
Yeah, your first ever pet.
And
Yeah.
did you grew up on that one street? I remember. Yeah, right. We know how to get it.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, see, we can laugh about it now, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Doing.
I see a question for you. Let's see. I said hello, Don. There's 2 of them. Dallas for you, and then one for Ernesto. Dallas, the homie, making that good legal money and spitting facts over there. Is that right? Maybe you should read. My eyes are getting a little.
It says, Ernesto, some of the barrios in East LA were Irish neighborhoods before they became Southern Mexican. Can you tell us what you know and love all the history?
You can. We're just talking about that today too.
Oh yeah. My family grew up in Los Angeles County. My dad grew up in Watts, and my mom's other family. I got a big family, anyways. Yeah, there was. It's crazy. South Central LA used to be a white neighborhood. You know what I mean? It used to be kind of like the suburbs, and same with the Southeast LA and everything else. But as things grew, of course, you know what I mean, was I guess Mexicans, blacks, everything. You know, it just turned into the hood. You know, but I didn't really know it was an Irish neighborhood. I mean, that's something new to me. I'll have to check that out.
In San Francisco, we got a neighborhood called the Mission District. My parents grew up there, so my father was born in Ireland, and it was all Irish neighborhood. Now it's all Mexican, but there's a part of it that's half Mexican and half Irish, and a lot of the families married each other.
Yeah,
because they were both coming over here illegally. There are a lot of illegal Irish in San Francisco. They come over on a visa and they never go back, and they work. They get under the table jobs and stuff. And the Mexican ones were doing the same thing. They were here illegally, and both they were hard workers. So they found out they had a lot in common. So what he's talking about is a lot of the neighborhoods before they were barrios, they were kind of Irish barrios.
yeah,
The Irish had their struggles too.
of course.
Yeah. I think that's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
I don't know about states like New Mexico. You don't have no Irish neighborhood
Yeah.
here, right?
No, man.
I'm sure there's one.
Tell me,
Yeah.
I moved there instead of the war zone.
Yeah, right. All day, huh?
Yeah.
But I'm in the war zone. Look, that's like a suburb from where I'm from. Man. I lived
know.
in East Oakland for 10 years, man, and I'm white, okay?
about
and they liked me, I think. But, I mean, they let me live, so.
You got that going for you, right?
I mean, I could go to the liquor store at midnight and come back,
Yes,
with my wallet.
yeah.
I don't know, maybe stupid mistake, but
Yeah.
maybe I didn't take the wallet. I took what I was going to spend. But
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we
He says that's exactly Sean. Here's somebody new spinal. You guys ever hit USP Atwater?
no, but I got a lot of homies
Isn't
there.
that Texas?
No, that's Northern California.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, not really. No, it's like Santa or Salinas or something like that.
Salinas. Yeah. Anything for Salinas. What movie am I referring to? Trivia right there. Anybody know?
Nah, I'm not sure.
Selena.
Selena. Anything for Salinas.
Gotta remember now, I'm 23, man.
Oh,
so
but the
y'all gotta-
movie is good.
Yeah.
So these two lowriders pull up and their bus broke down, and
Yeah.
Selena, can you help us with the bus? Anything for Salinas.
All right, I bet.
I'm getting too carried away. Central California. Okay.
Central, there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. All right.
Yeah. Got a lot of homies up there.
All right. What are we doing on time? Well, we're over an hour. I'm gonna let you guys finish up. Last words. Any messages out there for people? And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget 8:00 tonight. Frank Sosa from Tijuana will be on my channel. He's gonna go be sentenced here pretty quick. He may get 10 years. So watch that show tonight. Sunday super chat 1:00. 10 prison channels all in one. Take it away, guys.
Hey, well, I just want to say, dude, this guy, yeah, pre-trial. God bless you, homie. Hopefully everything works out with you. Man, I'm just,
Oh, Zach, new channel. Go ahead.
hey, if you kids out there thinking about joining a gang, you're gonna end up doing time, homies. You're gonna end up doing a lot of time, or you're gonna end up dead. Either or, you know. I mean, that's boils down to it, you know. Man, there's so much more to do out these days. I mean, there's so much more. You know, the opportunity is open, and I tell that to friends of mine that don't have any kind of criminal history. Man, you got so much more at life than us returning citizens or felons. You know, your doors are open. Take advantage of it. That's it, my boys. You guys take care. Peace.
Thank you. Dallas?
Man, so I'm a big believer in making that legal money, bro. And it's not hard. If you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, I highly recommend being a plumber. I know it's not a great credential to have, but look, man, I'm 23. I'm making almost 30 an hour, and I'm doing real good for myself. You know, I'm able to buy nice things, feel good about myself and what I do. And, man, it's really easy. All you got to go, whatever state you live in, you just got to go to whatever plumbing board they have there. It's usually like $15 a year apprentice license. Call around,
That's
somebody's going to give you a job. You'll probably start out $15 an hour. It's pretty decent, but After 2 years, you can get your tradesman, bump up to 20, 25 an hour. After another 4 years, you can get your journeyman, man, and then it's all uphill from there. Like he was saying, man, like most master plumbers and responsible master plumbers, bro, $80 to $100 an hour. Like that's what
Everybody's
100,000
calling
a
a
year,
plumber,
something
man.
like that. Yeah.
Everybody always needs a plumber, man.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah. God bless you.
God bless.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. We're gonna wrap it up. Hey, Life in Prison, Zach, give me a call. I got a slot for you on that Sunday super chat. So Matt Cox is gonna be on there. RDAP Dan, all the big guys. Thank you guys for everything. Love you, and we'll see you next Friday here, like we do every Friday, 3 o'clock. Wings Week in Review. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. Hey man, it was nice to meet you.